Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this blue square ABCD along with these line segments D, E, C, and finally this segment P, C. As you can see in this given diagram, such that this point P is not the midpoint. And moreover, this green shaded triangle area is being represented by uppercase A. The area of this triangle is 2 times A. And finally, the area of this triangle is 3 times A. And furthermore, this segment AP length is 4 units. And now our task is to calculate the area of this whole green shaded region, the area of this triangle, and this triangle combined. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first step. Since we are interested in calculating the area of the green shaded region, and we know this green shaded region consists of these 3 triangles, this triangle, and finally this triangle. So therefore now our task is to find the value of area uppercase A. And here's our next step. I'm going to label this segment PD as X. And since P is not the midpoint, so therefore X cannot be equal to 4. So therefore the side length of this blue square is going to be X plus 4. That is going to give us X plus 4. And since we are dealing with this blue square, so this side is going to be X plus 4. This side is going to be X plus 4. And finally this side is going to be X plus 4 as well. And here's our next step. Let's focus on this right triangle PCD. And we know the combined area for both of these triangles is going to be equal to A plus 2A is going to make it 3 times A. So thus the area of this triangle PCD is going to be 3 times A. And now let's recall the area of a triangle formula. Area is always equal to a half times base times the height of the triangle. And in our case, the base of this triangle PCD is X plus 4. The height is X. And the area is 3 times A. So therefore we could write the area 3 times A is going to be equal to a half times X times X plus 4. And now I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. 2 on this side and 2 on this side as well. And here we can see we got on the left hand side 6 times A is going to be equal to 1 divided by 2, and 2 is gone. And if we distribute X, that is going to give us X square plus 4 times X. I'm going to label this one as our equation number 1. And now we are going to focus on this other triangle CDE. And this CDE triangle consists of these 2 individual triangles. Their area is 2A and 3A. If we combine that one, that is going to give us 5 times area A. And now let's recall the area of a triangle formula once again. Area of the triangle equals to a half times base times the height of the triangle. And in our case, the base of this triangle CDE is X plus 4. And the height of this triangle is X plus 4 as well. So therefore we could write their combined area is going to be 5 times A equals to a half times the base is X plus 4 and the height is X plus 4 as well. So therefore this equation could be written as, if we bring 2 on the other side, that's going to make 10 times area A equals to X plus 4 times X plus 4 once again. And now I'm going to do the double distribution, multiply this way and multiply this way as well. So therefore we could write 10 times a equal to x square plus 4x plus 4x once again plus 16. And now I'm going to move 8x and 16 on the other side. So therefore we are ended up with x equals to 10 times a minus 8x minus 16. I'm going to label this one as our equation number 2. So thus we are ended up with these two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. And now let's focus on this equation 1. And here I have copied down equation 1, 6a equals to x squared plus 4 times x. And we know our x square value from this equation 2 is 10 times a minus 8x minus 16. So I'm going to replace this x square with 10 times a minus 8x minus 16 over here, as you can see in this next step. Now let's go ahead and combine the like terms. So we got 6 times a equals to 10 times a minus 4x minus 16. And now I am going to subtract 10 times a from this side and negative 10 times a on this side as well. And here we can see this is gone. So therefore we ended up with the negative 4 times a equals to negative 4x minus 16. And now I am going to divide each and every term by negative 4. So therefore we are ended up with uppercase a value is going to be x plus 4. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 3. And now let's focus once again on this equation 1. And here I have copied down equation 1, 6 times a equal to x squared plus 4 times x. And now let's focus on equation 3. We know our uppercase a value is x plus 4. So therefore I'm going to replace this uppercase a value with x plus 4 over here, as you can see in this next step. And now we are going to distribute 6. So therefore we got 6 times x plus 24 equal to x square plus 4 times x. And now I'm going to move everything to the right hand side. So therefore we are ended up with x square plus 4 times x, and that's going to give us negative 6x minus 24 equal to 0. Let's combine the like terms. So we got x square minus 2 times x minus 24 equal to 0. So thus we are ended up with this quadratic equation x square minus 2x minus 24 equal to 0, and we are going to solve it by grouping and factoring. And now let's focus on this middle term. We are going to tweak this thing. That could be written as negative 6x plus 4x, as you can see in this next step. And now we can see x is in common between first two terms, and positive 4 is in common for last two terms. So therefore we could write x times x minus 6 plus 4 times x minus 6 equal to 0. And now we can see x minus 6 and x minus 6, they are in common. So therefore we could write x minus 6 times x plus 4 equal to 0. And for this first term, our x value is going to be positive 6. And for this second equation, our x value is going to be negative 4. And now we can see x equal to negative 4 value is not feasible since we are dealing with the side length. So therefore we are going to reject this negative value of x, and we are going to accept x equal to positive 6 value. So thus our x value turns out to be 6. And now let's focus on this equation 3. And here I have copied down equation 3. And we know our x value we figured out is 6. So I'm going to replace x with 6 over here. Is going to give us a equals to 10. So thus our area A value turns out to be 10. So therefore the area of this triangle is going to be A equals to 10. The area of this triangle is 2 times A is going to be 2 times 10 is going to give us 20. And finally this triangle, we got the area 3 times A means 3 times 10 is going to give us 30. And here's our final step. Now we can calculate the area of this whole green shaded region by just combining all these numbers. 10 plus 20 plus 30, that is going to give us 60 square units, the area of this green shaded region. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, the area of this green shaded region turns out to be 60 square units. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.